If you want to make a change, you are supported in doing so. You are encouraged to pursue that at this time. So let's get more details. It's okay. Some of you need to hear it's okay if it's a last minute change. That's okay. Scorpio, talk about change, huh? Yeah. Some of you have activity, astrological activity going on in your 8th house right now. It is okay to make a change. See how much purple is on this? And they have a little bit of pink. Makes me think of heart and third eye chakra, right? Whatever this is, you have some type of emotions attached to it, and I feel they're very positive, but it might not seem like it is. This change is, I want to say the word necessary. You're like, I don't know why I feel so drawn to do this. It's, I don't need to do this. It wouldn't change all that much. It would. It's because look at how much purple is here. You are very spiritually drawn to this shift. That's exactly why. Some of you feel like you're being stubborn about something. You're not. Some of you have this like inner nagging that you need to go in a certain direction or you need to do a certain thing. And it seems like it is not equal to even how you feel about it, right? It's like, I like this, so why do I want to throw my whole life away and pursue this when I like it, but it's not, I'm not like, it's almost like, think about if you knew you wanted a career shift and you were researching what you could do instead, and you're like, oh, I like XYZ, but I don't think I like it enough to like bet my whole entire career on it, but you feel like you should. That's what's going on here. Yeah, we have Taurus energy, very strong career energy here too. These are opposites from one another on the wheel of the zodiac. There's something where you might be doing something or contemplating something that's very like counteractive to how you normally handle things. Your spirit is leading the way and guiding the way. And you can't underestimate that. Temperance, yes, because balance needs to be restored at like a spiritual level. Some of you feel, if you fear loss, whatever this is, you're like drawn to tearing something down and you don't know why. If you fear commitment, you fear growth, you fear building, you're being drawn to start to invest in something more long-term and more stable, and you're like, I don't know why, I don't actually like XYZ this much, I don't know why I'm like thinking about changing my whole life for it. This is why, because you need balance. You need balance at a spiritual level. This is, the temperance speaks of, we have Sag energy here, by the way, the temperance speaks of not only balance, but alchemy. And it's the blending of two opposites to make magic. This blending of oppositional sort of stories you tell yourself, oppositional traits, oppositional goals, this is what's going to not only bring you into balance at a spiritual level, but it's also going to change something within you, alchemize something within you that needs to be addressed. The Sun, Leo coming out, 2 major arcana. This is something that you're being guided, and it's like, that your happiness lies on the other side. You might not know how, but it's there. Yeah, and that's why with the 2 of Wands, you're very guided in this direction. The 2 of Wands always shows somebody on a castle wall, and one wand is to their right, and it's bolted to the wall, and the other wand is to their left. It's in their hand, right? And the one on the right always indicates the more established, secured path. It's bolted to the wall. It's not moving. They don't even have to touch it, right? It's the more established, secured, or explored path. We already know what it is. We know how it works. We know what to do. But that other wand is something they're drawn to, and they have to hold it themselves, right? It's on the left side, which is the, the intuitive side of the body. And it's something they might not know how it's going to pan out, but they're thinking about it and they're planning it and they're kind of toying around with the idea because they're just drawn into it. And I like to think that if that moment was like a moment in time that you've paused and you could press play on it, if you told that person, pick a wand and go, it stands to reason they take the one that's already in their hand because they know what's for them. They know what they've got to do. And so this is what I feel like is happening here, is that at an intuitive level, at a spiritual level, you already know which way to go. You might not know why, but you already know what you need to do. Yes, Page of Swords. A lot of you guys are honestly procrastinating with trying to get more and more and more details. You are looking for details in a situation that you won't find them. The details, that confirmation that you need in order to move forward, I want to say to move on, you're not going to find it. It's an intuitive thing. You're not going to find some type of, like, I'm getting the word discovery, so you're not going to discover something about this situation that, like, frees you. You're not going to discover something about the situation that's the confirmation you need to be like, yes, I'm going to invest here. You're doing your due diligence. You're, going through everything with a fine-tooth comb. You're not going to find what you're looking for, because this isn't a mental thing. It's an intuitive thing. It's something that you see with the third eye, you see with the spirit, you see with the soul, you see with the heart. It's not something that you can find in a book or in a conversation. It's not something you're going to find online. It doesn't work like that in this situation. This is an incredibly intuitive insight and understanding. Yep. And many of you know there's a domino effect here that will take place. And there's a fear about taking the next step because there's a fear of everything else that it will mean, because you can't find, again, tangible confirmation of what you know to be true or of what you think you should find in order to corroborate the path you want to take, right? So if you want to make a change, it's like, I'm looking for everything that would point me to the fact that making this change is going to be a solid, secure move for me. There's no guarantees with anything, but you feel drawn, you feel compelled for a reason. Yeah, the Magician, because this is what you've manifested and what you are manifesting. It doesn't make sense yet, but it will. So, something to think about, something to contemplate. The full moon in Aquarius, which will happen during Leo season, may be when you need to act. So, keep that in mind. I believe in you. Good luck.